In the finals, we've got the choice. Gonna play first, and yeah, I'll keep this. This is a pretty nice hand. Looks like we're playing against former deceased President Rutherford B. Hayes. So that's interesting. All right. Let's see what we're up against here in the finals. Blue. Got to worry about that bounce, huh? Dat bounce. The old child tonight. All right. I think we're just going to bust out the old belligerent sliver, and then we'll pass. Coral barrier. Pretty good. Pretty good against us. Uh-oh. Getting a little land-heavy draws here. I don't think I've got any real good plays. I guess I could hammer hand. So I can hammer hand my belligerent sliver and then make it so the coral barrier can't block, or yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I guess that works. What does this do? Well, lets us pressure a little bit. Actually, why don't we just make it so the squid can't block, because then he'll be tempted to double block. But I guess I can't kill them both, yeah. I guess I could, theoretically, but I don't want to let him know too much, I guess. Well, at least it does something. Oh, I guess I could have servanted it out, but yeah, I guess that would have been, he could have, no, I don't know. I may have wanted a servant there. He could have double blocked it, but yeah, I don't know. That's debatable. I feel like against blue-black, using generator servants just not as good. Jace, huh? Alright. Not the worst thing that's ever happened. That's pretty good too. Let's get the Miner's Bane out there since he can't really bounce again. And yes, I could have cheated it out there, but I don't think that was necessarily the correct move. And I could have killed Jace with Lightning Strike as well, but not exactly feeling that yet. I mean, the argument for cheating out the Miner's Bane is pretty much solely so I'm guaranteed an attack, which I guess to a certain extent makes sense, but I don't know. Something about it just didn't quite seem correct. And crust on the Miner's Bane. Well, that's interesting. So he doesn't have an out to Miner's Bane. That's good to know. Well, I think we swing with Miner's Bane, but the question is at him or at Jace. I think at him. That's a lot of damage. So we'll give the trample. Oh, activated abilities can't be activated. How do I alt U in this? Undo. Well, once again, forgot to read closely enough. Failed to read. Well, I'm gonna kill Jace then. It's not actual card advantage, but just want to get rid of that because I think we're gonna be buckling in for quite potentially a long game. We may have to go ahead and flesh to dust that Cruel Sadist too, sadly. I guess we'll see if that's necessary. Might have to do it to, well, I guess we're doing it to Ob Nixilis instead. So attacking with the Miner's Bane, clearly a mistake in retrospect, but yeah. You know me. I'm Alex. I don't like to read cards. So it's overrated. Reading cards in Magic is totally overrated. What can I do here? Can I... Cruel Sadist is going to take my Generator Servant down. That sucks. Well, got a Flesh of Dust, big dude. We can sack Generator Servant to bring in a Borderland Marauder with haste and then swing Sliver and Marauder. He'll probably trade there and take 2, which just isn't that bad for him. Alternatively, we can swing with Belligerent Sliver. He'll double block. He'll gain life. I think we have to hold off. Not being able to use Miner's Bane activated ability definitely makes the card worse. Wait a second. So he's going to do something else too? Oh, for huge value. Yeah, that's pretty devastating. And he gets to gain life as well. Interesting. All right. Not the end of the world, but definitely very powerful and good against us. That's not a good draw. It's a tricky situation here. I guess we play the child anyway because it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything except make him use resources to basically take it out. I'm trying to think how we... Shadow Cloak Vampire? Yeah, that would be a good draw. Shadow Cloak Vamp. We're looking for that. Maybe some removal for the Cruel Sadist would be nice. Oh no, Merc Lurker. But that card's extremely powerful and good. I don't want you to have that. We're getting the typical Alex Stephenson finals round draws here. Actually, our draws have been alright. I think his draws have just been better. I think anytime I see 8 lands in a game, I'm feeling pretty bad with a deck like this. So we're going to have to draw some actual cards here to get out of this situation. Otherwise we're getting... Oh, Broodkeeper. Broodkeeper would be a good one. Then I just have to draw a Hammerhand and an Inferno Fist, and I've got actual... Oh. Alright. He officially is drawing better than us. Hammerhand is part of the component of what I need, but not completed. Yeah, so attacking with Miner's Bane was the worst decision of this game, so that's totally my fault. That was just horrible decision making. In my defense, I don't know how to read cards closely, so there's that. And in the blink of an eye, all the work we've done is gone. It's kind of funny, actually. Miner's Bane is the bane of me either way. When I'm playing against it or when I'm playing with it. This game's over. I can't come back. So we'll just go to the next one. That's literally impossible to come back from. I think we were actually dead. I play Witch's Familiar. He swings for 5 in the air, gains it, and then even if I get a Broodkeeper, I still die with the Hammerhand. So not enough. Even with a Broodkeeper off the top, which it wasn't, it would have still not been enough. Tough loss. Tough loss. So I'm going to have to hope I can draw a bit better in Game 2 and read cards. First and foremost, most importantly, read cards. Do I want the Sign in Blood? There's something that's weak against him? I guess Crippling Blight's not great because that Coral Barrier is so good. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just try it again. All right, we'll try this again. This hand doesn't do anything until turn 5? So my plan is to be aggressive and win, but, and this is a big but, his deck is pretty well geared to defeat my aggro plan. So This is where the real dilemma comes into play. Do I keep the 5-lander? Jeez. It's so mediocre. It's so mediocre. I think we need better, or else we can't win. Yeah, and then, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep. Why not? Do I want to go to 5? The 2 swamp and a forest hand with... I'm going to go to 5 at this point. I'm not going to win with this hand. I'm not convinced. All right, so now we're just definitely going to lose, but that's all right. Now, of course, I wish I'd kept the 5-lander, of course, but yeah. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up so bad. Not only did I F6, I tried to play my land at the same time as playing F6 and discarded my mountain. That seriously just happened. I've never made that mistake before, F6ing and then discarding my land. That one was real bad. That was a real bad mistake. That is definitely a first for me. I'm not even that bugged about it because we're really far behind regardless. I would have had a Bloodseeker and then I don't think I would have had much else. And the Bloodseeker wasn't going to be all of that much use, but obviously it was a terrible play. But I really do believe we were destined to lose this one regardless. At this point, let's actually look at it. So if I had an F6, if I hadn't screwed up, I would have had a Bloodseeker out with possibly an Inferno Fist. right? And then I maybe would have hammer-handed it up to like a 3-2. I don't know. I definitely screwed up really bad in both games 1 and 2 of the finals, but that's all on me. He was good enough. He had a good deck. He had a really solid deck, actually. Obnixilis, Jace. He did fine. I made some mistakes, obviously. Made some bad calls. At least we went 2-1 and I got a Liliana, so I'm not even going to bitch about it. All right. I'll see you guys for the next draft.